Today I'll be reviewing Awesum by Joel Harbers, right here, right now. Stick around. Welcome everyone to my channel. Thank you for being here and taking some time to spend with me for some magic review time. I'll be reviewing Awesum by Joel Harbers today. But before we get into that review, if you please take the time to like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell also, so that way you know when I have a new video up. For those of you that don't know, I'll be having free magic giveaways the last week of every month. So in order to be eligible, you need to subscribe. Also, let me just say that all the reviews that I do, I pay for the magic tricks myself with my own money. So with all that out of the way, let's get into the review. What is Awesum? Awesum basically is a prediction tool. It's a utility device, part mentalism tool and part prediction card tool. With this, you'll be able to predict numbers and cards. Along with the routines taught on the video, once you watch the video and learn the secret to Awesum, you're going to come up with your own routines, your own ideas. The ideas are going to start kicking in as soon as you learn the secret. Along with the routines taught, they're all strong, and plus you'll end up learning, coming up with your own ideas. What do you get? What do you get for your favorite, for your $39.95 from your favorite Magic Murphy's dealer? You're going to get this package in the mail, cardboard box, and inside you're going to get your Awesum cube. There it is. As you can see, it looks like a miniature version of a Rubik's Cube. And I'm sure you notice that there's numbers on all sides. Let me just explain that this is not gimmicked whatsoever. And also, you don't need to know how to solve a cube for any of the effects taught or any of the effects that you'll be coming up with. If you know how to solve a cube, that's great, but you do not need to know how to solve a cube. When you first get it, it will be solved, but that's not the point of any of the effects with Awesum. You're going to get a link in the box to a instructional video. The video is 1 hour and 4 minutes long. You're going to get Ron Timmer on the video, sitting at a well-lit table, clear sound, no music in the background. He's going to teach you the secret to your Awesum cube. He's going to explain to you how it works. Again, it's ungimmicked, and you're going to get 4 routines, plus 1 bonus routine on the video. Let's talk about the routines. The first routine is a mentalism effect. What's going to happen is you're going to give this to your spectator and explain to your spectator about the numbers, and that he can shuffle, or she can shuffle the numbers, the cube, as much as they want until their heart's content. And once they're satisfied, they can set this cube down. Now at this point, you, the magician, can turn your back to the spectator, and you can explain to your spectator that the set of numbers on the bottom of the cube, you haven't seen them as a magician, and neither has a spectator. And you explain to the spectator, with your back turned, to pick up the cube and look at the bottom numbers, and to add them together and remember them. You then explain to the spectator that he can now shuffle the cube, so that way there's no way that you can know what those numbers are. Now at this point, you can either write down the prediction and produce it to your spectator, or you can turn around and perform a mind reading act where you could just tell him what the number is. Let me say that you are not peeking the information. You're not peeking the bottom numbers whatsoever. The second effect is an A-can, any card at any number. You're going to take out a deck of cards and shuffle them, and you're going to take out a prediction card and set it down face down to the side. You're then going to hand the deck to your spectator. He can now shuffle the cards. He can hand them to another spectator. They can shuffle the cards. After satisfied with shuffling, you take the cards back from the spectator and hand them the cube and explain to them that they can shuffle the cube as much as they want, and that every time that they shuffle, they're generating a new number. That every number is not the same each time they shuffle until their heart's content. Once they're satisfied, you then explain to them to set the cube down. Now, what you're going to do, since you have the cards as a magician, you're going to explain to them that these 4 numbers at the top, you're going to add them together, and you're going to explain to the spectator what they're going to do next. And then by explaining to them, you're going to show them that you're going to add these numbers, and you're going to count the cards off from the top of the deck, turning them up as you lay them down on the table. Once you're finished counting, you're going to hand the cards to the spectator, and you're going to explain to them that the bottom numbers on the opposite side, that the spectator is to add them up, and what they add up to count those cards off that he has in his hand, the deck. And when he gets to the last number, to place it next to the prediction card. And the spectator or the magician can turn over the cards, and of course, you've predicted the card. Routine number 3 is a movie prediction routine. When you get your cube and go to the download link at the website, for this effect, he's going to have a free link to download the movie prediction sheets, which has something, I think there are 3 or 4 sheets that have something like 240 some odd movies printed on there. And you're going to have a movie prediction that you're going to set down, face down. And you're going to explain to them that there's 240 some odd movies, all numbered, and you're going to have the spectator shuffle the cube. And of course, the numbers that add up on the cube are going to correspond. You're going to look on the sheet, the spectator's going to look at the sheet and see what number matches, and of course, it's going to match the prediction that you've laid down, face down. Routine number 4. Routine number 4 is going to be a book test. And with this book test, of course, you're not going to get a book, but you can use any book that you have at home. As long, here's the thing, as long as the book that you use has more than 308 pages. It can have 309, and it'll work. As long as the book that you use has more than 308 pages, you're going to be able to perform this book test. The bonus routine. The bonus routine is what Ron Timmers added right at the end, and it's a stacked deck routine. He's using the Mnemonic stack, and if you know that stack, you're going to be able to perform the routine right away. If you don't know a stacked deck, then as I said before, the 4 routines that we talked about earlier are very strong. Plus, you're going to come up with some on your own, as I said. So if you don't know how to perform a stacked deck, you can learn. Or, as I said, the 4 routines are very strong already, and you'll be coming up with some of your own. Is it well made? Absolutely. It's hard plastic. I haven't had any trouble with this whatsoever. Performing with it, I haven't had it get stuck on me. It's smooth. It hasn't gotten stuck on any spectators. It moves smoothly. I haven't had any trouble with it at all. How hard is this to perform? All the routines are easy to perform. You will need to know a false shuffle for the A-can effect, any card at any number. You will need to know a false shuffle. You can get by without the false shuffle, but it's very strong. It's stronger if you do know a false shuffle. The mentalism effect, no slights whatsoever. And like I said, you're not peeking the information. The movie prediction, no slights whatsoever. The 4 routines taught, like I said, are very simple to perform with practice. Watch the video, and as always, practice. the last thing that you need to know about this is that this will require some simple math. Okay, now don't let that turn you off. I don't particularly care for magic tricks that involve math, but when I learned the secret to this, to perform it, it's very simple math. Okay, if you can add or subtract, you've got this. Okay, we're talking third grade level math. Don't let that turn you off because there's some powerful routines to be done with this. You're not going to be sitting there wondering, geez, what is that? No, you're going to be able to do this. It's simple. Don't let that turn you off to that. Is there any DIY? With the cube, no DIY whatsoever. You can perform the mentalism routine right out of the box as soon as you watch the video. With the A-can, any card at any number effect, there is one card that you're going to have to do something, and we're talking 5 seconds. 5 seconds to prepare this card one time, add it to the deck, and you're ready to go. There isn't any other DIY. It's very, 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 very simple. Let's see, how are the angles? This is a big plus with Awesum. There are no angle problems, okay? None whatsoever. You can perform this surrounded 360 degrees. You don't have to worry about the angles on this at all. Another good thing, instant reset. This is instant. When you're performing the A-can effect, which is, like I said, one of my favorites, after it's performed, it's ready to go instantly. No problem at all. This is great for stage, close-up, and table hopping. It's great. No problem for that at all. Pocket space. You're going to need to have your cube, and you're going to need to have a deck of cards. And that's it. Let's talk about the good and the bad. The good, it's easy to perform. You have strong routines. The 4 that are taught are strong routines and easy to perform. No angles whatsoever. And another plus, you're going to end clean. You're going to end clean with all 4 routines. And I imagine any of the routines that you come up with, because of the secret of the way this works, you're going to end clean. Let's talk about the bad. There's only one thing that I can come up with Awesum. And I always try to look at the pros and cons, because I don't believe there's any perfect magic trick. There's always something. And the only bad thing that I could say about this is that there is a small amount of math involved. But as I said before, it's nothing difficult at all. If you can add, subtract, you got this. But that's the only thing that I can come up with that's negative. My take on Awesum, I'm going to give it a 10. I give Awesum a 10. Strong routines. You're going to come up with your own routines, multiple routines, and you're going to end clean. This is a great utility device, and that is my review of Awesum. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next video.